everyone, welcome back to my channel. So happy to have you here. This is going to be the first episode in what I'm hoping to turn into a weekly vegan meal prep series. So if you like these, please let me know. I'm also trying out this voiceover method, hoping that it'll allow you to get some better shots of the actual food and that I can give you a little bit more knowledge. So let me know if you like it. Let me know if you have any types of meal preps you'd like to see from me. I'm happy to try out all kinds of stuff if you have questions, or I'll just keep thinking up things and putting them in my meal preps. But yeah, you'll see two lunches, well, what I will take for my lunch this week during my work week, as well as one breakfast idea. So I'm just gonna get straight into it, and I hope you all enjoy the video. First, I made this really simple penne arrabbiata that I find in the frozen section at Trader Joe's. I added in some tofurkey Italian sausage and also these amazing marinated and grilled eggplant, zucchini, and red pepper mix. So good in pasta, so good on pizza, in a sandwich, anything. Have some in your freezer. But you guys, this is so easy to make. 3 ingredients, and you just toss it in a pan and heat it up. And I promise, it's fantastic. I'm going to be making this anytime I have a craving for pasta. And 3 items, super simple. And it'll make 3 meals like I mentioned. And here they are. I do add a little bit of vegan mozzarella cheese, which is right there, that I get at Trader Joe's. I like this cheese a lot. It melts really nicely and gives that good kind of stretch, which is always appreciated when you're looking into vegan cheeses, if you ask me. So I just sprinkled a little bit on top. It just makes for a nice kind of cheesy feeling pasta. And then I also make my own vegan Parmesan. If you'd like a video on that, let me know. And I put a generous helping of that over the top of all of these as well because it's fantastic. That's pretty much the only reason I add so much. It's delicious. The next thing is this little dish. It's a rice, baked tofu, and some sauteed green beans. And first I have to tell you about the rice. Cook your rice. Try this sometime. Cook it half water and half coconut milk. I used a light coconut milk from the can, not the box. And then zest some lime and squeeze some lime juice in. Oh my god, it is so good, you guys. Alright, so for the baked tofu, cube up any extra firm tofu. I highly recommend getting extra firm. The sauce that I coated the tofu with is just this tahini that I got from Trader Joe's, as well as some sweet chili sauce also from Trader Joe's, but you can pretty much find tahini or chili sauce anywhere. And then I also added in a little bit of sesame oil, just because those 3 flavors together are absolutely amazing, you guys. I tell you what. But, so I basically just, for this sauce, I do equal parts tahini and equal parts chili sauce, and then as much sesame oil as you want. Really, the sesame oil is basically just for flavor, so if you like strong sesame flavor, add in more or less, whatever you like. And so this sauce is amazing. So it was great on this baked tofu. It's also fantastic just to have to drizzle over tofu that you bake without tossing it in the sauce, if that makes sense. I put it on sandwiches. I put this over like rice bowls. This sauce is just fantastic. I highly recommend giving it a try. So for this particular baked tofu, I went ahead and tossed it in the sauce. You'll see the sauce is super duper thick, which can kind of be tough to toss around the tofu. But if you get it done, it works great. When it bakes up, the tahini gets this really nice like toasty flavor to it. It's super good. So there it is in all its beautifulness. And then preheat your oven, 400, toss it on a pan. I do recommend using parchment paper, but I was out. And it goes in the oven, and it's going to go in there for 20 minutes. And which apparently you need to see me film. So toss the tofu in there for 20 minutes, and when it comes out, it's going to start looking like this. The sauce is going to be a lot drier than it was when it first went in, which is what you want to see. And you don't have to flip them like 100% over to each side. You just kind of want to rotate them because, as you can see, and I show you up close at one point here. The bottoms start getting a little bit crispy, which is what you want. I mean, that's the whole point of baking your tofu. So, oh, here you go. Yeah, so you can see it starts getting crispy. So basically, I'm just flipping them over so they don't get burnt on one side. And then just toss it back in the oven. And I put the timer for 20 minutes, but I actually ended up taking it out after 10. So I usually bake tofu for 40 minutes total, but so the green beans that go with this dish are super simple. Put them in a pan on high heat with a little coconut oil and also a little bit of sesame oil. And I would say maybe medium high heat would be better. You're not trying to cook them all the way through because I like to have that crunch. And the leftovers you can take to work for a snack for the week. And once you cook the green beans as much as you want them cooked, be it a little bit or a lot of it, then add in a little bit of that sweet chili sauce between the sesame oil, coconut oil, and this sauce. It just, the whole dish ties together super, super perfectly. And then the baked tofu, once that is baked to your liking, add it into your Tupperwares on your rice. And if you wanted to, at this point, you could make a little extra of the tahini sweet chili sauce and drizzle it over the top, and that would be super good as well. Alright, so for this here, I wanted to make like some overnight oats, chia pudding parfait type things. So in the blender is just some almond milk. It's a little less than a cup, and half of a frozen banana. Doesn't have to be frozen, I just have them on hand. And blend that up really good. It's kind of like banana milk, if you will. And to that, add in, I added 2 like big tablespoons of chia seeds. I use 3 tablespoons per cup of milk, but since it wasn't quite a cup, I added less. And toss those in there, and you're going to whisk it up, and you want to make sure you whisk it really good. And honestly, while it's just chilling, hanging out, I would probably go back in and stir it like once or twice, just as the chia seeds start to absorb the moisture. They're good to stir so they don't clump. But that's it. That's chia seed pudding. You can add sweetener in there if you'd like. I'm just not a big sweet fan. And then I added in a 1/4 cup of oats to my mason jars here. And you could do more or less. I mean, this is just complete personal preference. And then I just put in enough water to barely cover the oats because we're not cooking them. They're just going to absorb the liquid and be nice and soft that way. And you can put sweetener in here, cinnamon in here, anything else you want at this point. Also, if you'd like your oats to be a little bit sweeter. And then just put those in the fridge. And then in the morning, I take out the oats. I topped it with agave, some of the chia seed pudding, some frozen berries, along with some golden flax meal and hemp seeds, and that was my breakfast. So you can top it each morning. I'm not a sweet breakfast fan, really, so you probably won't see a lot, but this is an excellent option. So that's it, you guys. That's my first meal prep video. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll have another one up next week. Be sure to like this video and subscribe so you see when the next one is posted. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.